Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to be in the garden. Welcome to be in nature. As always, I trust you're well because I certainly am. So happy for me to see you, and I hope you're happy to see me here too on my channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you actually like a haul of plants that I have purchased, and I'm going to be finding different places around the garden for me to plant them in. But I still have a couple of little jobs that I need to do as well first, so you're going to just see me just tidying up a little bit around the garden, but also showing you some plants that I've recently purchased. I really trust that you're well. Everybody's out in their garden today, so you can hear some knocking and some neighbours mowing and trimming and all the rest of it, but it's a good thing. We're out in nature and that's what it's all about. So I ask you to overlook the noise that you can see in the background, but also if you listen really carefully, we can still hear the birds. Yeah. Wait to get some goggles. lavender, and it smells absolutely divine. It really does. Hey there, okay, where are we? Where am I? Where are you? Where are we? Am I there? I think I'm there. So, hopefully you can see the hedge and the lawn and the garden in shot, because it got quite noisy out here. Everybody was out, and what a beautiful, can you see the sun on my, can you see the sun on my, oh, fantastic, the sun on my skin, the sun on my face. And that's where we get our natural vitamin D from. By the way, did you know that vitamin D is not actually a vitamin? That it is actually a hormone. So I know we often use the word vitamin D. Gosh, it's really sunny and I'm trying to keep my eyes open. In fact, I enjoy sometimes doing some sun gazing. But anyway, here we are in the beautiful garden, and I've completed the task I planned to do, and I'm just going to show it to you briefly, because I did promise, really, this video is all about the plants that I bought recently, and I'm going to sort of share some of the plants that I bought and come up with some ideas of where I'm going to plant them, but the planting of them will be in another video. But in the meantime, let me just show you how I've got on in this garden today. This here is the Carpinus speculus, or the hornbeam, and you saw me trimming that back. Just in front of it, actually, we have the agapanthus, and we have the laurel hedge here. That's in a previous video, me trimming that back. Can you believe that many years ago, when I first had this garden, when we first came to inherit this garden, to be the stewards of this garden, I was actually concerned in case I wouldn't have things to do in the garden. I actually felt as though I would get everything done in the garden and that was it, it was done. And that was obviously just my lack of knowledge, being a newbie in a garden. And over the years, obviously, it's probably been about 17, 18, even 20 years by now, really, that we've been in this garden. And there's never a week or a season or a month where something doesn't need my attention in the garden. But anyway, I say that to say the garden is forever evolving. If I had only kept footage of what this garden looked like when we first moved in, and of all the different projects we've done over the years, here we actually had at one point Buxus superviven along this hedge, but they were all removed at some point because they all suffered from the box blight. But anyway, I was just telling you about the particular hedges that I've sorted out today, and we've got the Euonymus. This one's a variegated form, and beneath it we have the lavender. It's interesting because the lavender on this side of the garden, I have lavender on both sides. I have lavender here, and because this lavender is probably about 8 or 10 years old, the base of it is actually really quite close to the Euonymus, but over the years the lavender has actually grown out and it takes a long part into the lawn. If I come closer down to the lawn, I do not care much for lawn itself, to be honest. And here I love the fact that I've got lots of clover as well. The bees absolutely love coming to this lavender. And then because I leave, in fact, as I speak, there's one just here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or whether it may fly off in the time. I can't see it now. But anyway, we have some lavender here, and just close to the lavender we also have clover, and so the bees do love coming to this area. I've got this fantastic buttercup just here as well. So just underneath the lavender, I do have a little bit of a wild sort of sensation of flowers here as well. So here we have the lawn area. Here we have the lawn area, and you can see how it's not that I was looking for it to be tidy, but it's looking a little bit more manageable here because the plants are not taking over the whole of the lawn area. So that's what it's looking like. But more importantly, let's just have a quick look around and have a look particularly at the plants that I've purchased. Okay, on the other side of the lawn, we again have lavender, but these ones are slightly higher up off the lawn. Oh my gosh, I must show you these as well. I have this jasmine and they're absolutely blooming incredibly well. This lovely jasmine, clotted cream, and the smell, the aroma from here is fantastic. You smell this as a beautiful waft when you come out of the home and come out into the garden. You get this aroma, mixture of the jasmine and you get the lavender, and in the winter time you get the sarcococca. So they were intentionally planted along this side close to the home so you can smell the aroma of here. Okay, so let's have a look. So these are the window boxes I will be planting up at some point, but it won't be in this video. You'll have to stay tuned for the next. I'm going to be planting a lot of these into the window boxes. I have, tell me if you recognize this plant here. We have this fantastic echinacea. So I bought a few of these to plant out. How beautiful she is, like a shuttlecock. It's quite a height already. She's probably already well up to my waist. Lovely. Oh, and do you recognise the patio area that I'm on? I videoed myself, or I have a video of me laying down this patio area, and you'll be able to see that in one of my previous videos. I'll see if I can put the link in here as well, so you can just go back and see how this work was done. But let me just show you some of the plants. This one, I have to be honest, I can't remember the name, but let's see what it says on the box. I'll put the names in anyway. How beautiful. The bees do love this. Look at the ice cream man. Is that the sound of the ice cream van where you are? In your country? What does it sound like where you're watching from? The ice cream van. Here we have the echinacea. Daisy-like flowers. Loved by the beneficial insects. These are already planted out. They're the agapanthus. And can you believe it actually that when I planted the agapanthus out, they were actually white in colour originally. They are easily 8 years old, the ones I planted in the garden. And they've since transformed from the white colour back to what they call the blue. I had wanted the white ones, but actually the blue ones are quite an unusual colour in the garden. And so seeing them brings joy. They bring joy anyway. And the colour of these, this sort of bluish lilac lavender colour, mauve colour, actually ties in with the lavender that I have just along there. So actually it's a match. I have a range of different ferns here as well. Oh, look at this tiny grasshopper. Can you see that? Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at her. Or him. Look at it. I wonder if I can get a sideways view. That grasshopper. I do remember here in the UK, I used to see lots and lots of green grasshoppers. I don't see them often now. It's just here minding its own business, isn't it? But that's pretty. You know, sometimes when you're in nature, you just come across things that you don't see every day. And I wouldn't have seen this if I was indoors. So there you go. It approves of my plants. I have some sedum back here. You see them with the dark purple leaves. But what I'll do in my next video, I'll put the names of each of the plants. I have some more variegated sedum back here as well. I also like at this time of year to pick up some plants that are on offer, and as you can see, this poppy is reduced down to £1.38, £1.38. I'm going to have to give you the dollar amount as well, just to give you an idea of what that costs. And many of these plants were reduced down to £1.38, and these are perennials, so they will die back and come back year after year. They're quite small at the moment, but they will grow year on year. And so I'm happy to have been able to purchase them. I'll find them a beautiful home. And whilst this doesn't look like much at this time of year, what I did do before purchasing them was just to check that there was some firm area in here, and I can see that, and even you can see a couple of small shoots that are coming up from this poppy. So I'm happy to have these plants, and I will give them a beautiful home, because clearly where they were at the nursery or the garden centre, they didn't seem to find a home there, and I brought them here and they're going to find a beautiful home here. I've got here some Beckia and a range of different plants, quite a few sedum, different styles of sedum, different types of sedum. And the geranium, it's a lovely geranium here, fabulous geranium, absolutely. So what's left to say is thank you. I often start my channel or my videos by saying I trust you're well, and I respond by saying I certainly am. And when I say that, I'm not oblivious to the fact that for some of us, many of us, we may be going through challenges in life, that we may have had a difficult week, an impossible day. We may have experienced unkindness. We may have felt neglected. We may have felt hurt or unheard. And so when I say I trust you're well, it is that I am wishing you only the best of the best. And when I respond by saying I certainly am, it is that I give thanks and I give gratitude, and I'm showing gratitude. And it's not that everything in life is perfect, but just in the fact that it is imperfect, that is often the way it is. And it doesn't mean we can't learn from situations. So I trust you're well. That really translates to I hope everything is well with you, and that no matter what you may be experiencing, this too shall pass. You will get through this, and that you will always have purpose. Always. And so with that, I thank you for watching. and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Be in the garden.